Hello! There we go. Everything's working. Hopefully. Just waiting for a sync to complete. But I'll go into the live thingy. Hey Josh! And excuse me, you said you're working, webcam. You're claiming to work. You are working, but not in this scene for some reason. Why are you not working in this scene specifically? Like, if I go into this scene down here... Hello! Up here? No. What if I add a new one? That is... What does this scene have? Capture device 2. What if I add one that is literally the exact same capture device 2? Hey! That works. Yeah, I apologize. Now I just need to get it tuned into the... Oh, it's... There we go. Stop breaking stuff, but it's me! It's me! Would you expect things to not break? Thank you, Venus. I hope I didn't break anybody's headphones on that. With that sneeze. Hey, we're in game. So, who's in game already? We got... Oh wow, that was quite a big sync. Carturix, Alexander Lewis, Farming Boy 1, Reese, Just Barney and 4D modding are all in. The wheel setup was done earlier, but no forced feedback. I'm still on Xbox controller because lazy. Also, I need to do like a bunch of work before I can reset the wheel up. Just to clear out under my desk, because that needs to be done. There's actually a lot of setup work that goes into like getting just my wheel set up. Somebody else I think has just joined. Maybe? Or is this a double sync for these two? You ain't going into school on Monday. Why are you not going into school on Monday, Traff? Was I accidentally correct? Also, you might notice the latest PayPal donations from Rob, and it's €10. That was him paying me off after Ireland beat the All Blacks. Because he said he'd give me €10 if Ireland beat the All Blacks, which they did. Relates to yesterday's conversation. What happened, Traff? You can send me through Discord PMs if you don't want to say it on stream. Told you. Told you, Traff. Press F to pay respects to Traff. I should mention as well, there might be a small chance that the stream just ends a bit early. Because I have plans to... I can kind of say this out loud, or just straight I'm going to be having a voice call with Listertan, aka Lars from Giants at some point over the weekend, so there's a chance that it might like end the stream early, because it's something actually quite important that he wants to talk to me about. I know what he wants to talk to me about. It's just that it's going to involve a voice call and stuff like that. These syncs, I know! They're killing me! But just that might happen. Don't think it will, but it might. What's up with the sync? I think somebody's got Spudnet, or their computer might have like had an issue. Oh, the like thingy's working today. Interesting. Sinking simulator at its finest, yes. How was the toy show? It was amazing. It was really good. Is Fahy joining? No. This is why you don't join. I mean, Fahy can join. Takes a little bit for him to sync up, but he can join. It says the game is paused. It says synchronizing for me and I can't do anything. Hey!
Get down!
Oh dear, the cat's going up the stairs again.
Get!
I just had to mute the mic because the cat had decided to come upstairs and get shouted at. That happens sometimes. Come on, get around this. Oh, this'll do. Yep, perfect. Brilliant. Beautiful. So Cortex has said Field 11's ready for me, which presumably means it is jam-packed full of cotton. Let's see. Oh my god, Carturix. We may need a second cotton harvester for this. Hey, you, how you doing? I don't know at what point this counts as... Oh yeah, once the actual header bit is down, it counts as starting to harvest. Well, we're definitely gonna get some cotton modules. I'm doing good, Hugh. Thank you very much for asking. Hey, James. What do you think of my boy at the start of the toy show? To be fair, I thought the entire toy show was amazing yesterday. I love it. It's one of those days that I just kind of sit down and watch a TV show for 3 hours. Second harvester, maybe the big truck. Well, we should have... Yeah, we do have a truck. So if I go... Just stop this up here. Buy a second one of these. So there is a cotton harvester over at the shop if anybody wants to grab one, and if somebody wants to grab the truck, I can't. Oh, it'll be under trailers, won't it? If somebody wants to go grab the truck, we will soon have the. No, it's not. Oh, it's under cotton technology, Dave. We have the Module X ready to go. Also at the shop. So field 10 needs the Arcusin, and this isn't harvesting. Seasons is coming to FS19, yes, that's been officially confirmed now. So there is stuff that can be done kind of everywhere. Who's joining? Charlie is joining the server. You're all welcome to join, by the way. Exclamation mark dedideets. It's RainbowDave official, or official RainbowDave, I can't remember which way around that is, on continental Europe, and the password is John Deere, all lowercase, all one word. And I realized that in the last multiplayer stream I was putting in the wrong admin password. I had forgotten 2 letters of it. You flipped the MT900. Impressive, Alexander. I've done that too. And of course, if you want to have a chance of winning, if I just grab this one of these, I'm giving away 2 of these, Farming Simulator Commodore 64 edition. Boxed copies, you can see it is a box, it is real. Does have an actual cartridge for Commodore 64 inside, and it will work on Commodore 64 if you've got one handy. If you don't worry, there's a CD-ROM for PC that also comes with an emulator. So that if you really want to, you can play the Commodore 64 version of Farming Simulator. Which joystick do I have? I have an Xbox 360 controller. PDP Afterglow Xbox 360 controller to be exact. The syncing is painful, I know. I also have a Thrustmaster T-Flight HOTAS X joystick, which is mainly it's a flight stick for me. I only use it for flight sims. Hello, Yuso. How you doing today, dude? You didn't tell me, Yuso, that you'd be on TV yesterday. She's got some red, green, blue LEDs, very nice. We need the Bison in Field 8. Why on earth would you need the Bison for anything? You did not. Yes, that was a real surprise. I mean, you showed up with your beard and everything, Yusa. The Challenger can just about move around on its roof. Apparently we need a rescue team sent to Alexander who has managed to get the Challenger stuck on its roof. Much like I did in the last stream. Was it last stream or the stream before that? But I beat you to it, dude. I've already flipped the Challenger MT900 twice. Near the main farm. Could somebody like go over with a big piece of machinery to rescue Alexander? I don't know how you've managed to do that, dude. Well, I do know how you've managed to do that, but it's silly. I think it was it the last stream? I think it was the last but one. Ah, we've got... Either I'm seeing things, or we actually have 2 more cotton harvesters coming. I didn't know we had 3. Does seem to be laggy. Ooh, there is a bit of input lag, yeah. Cartridge, did you buy yourself a cotton harvester just so you could join in? Farming Boys just shot off in a random direction. Does it have my Snapchat? Yeah, but I don't really use it. I need to log into that Snapchat at some point. Yes, you did. GG. Field 8 needs harvesting, and it looks like there is some work being done to Field 8 currently. Is this server open 24/7? It's open 24/7 unless it's crashed. So yes. It is pretty much a 24/7 server. If it crashes or there's an update, it does go down. And I try to install the update for me. But other than that, it is 24/7. It's as 24/7 as it can be. You haven't tried the cotton yet? How have you not tried the cotton yet, James? You need to try the cotton. It's like the big new shiny thing that everybody needs to try. You call yourself a streamer, yet you've not done any cotton? When are we having Trinity do research into Higgins? Oh dear, the toy show jokes are reviving. Actually, Foxtrot, did you see the little... I want one of these. There's a Michael D. Higgins cuddly toy. I want one. Because it's adorable. Foxtrot, you're not gonna... Or is that Farming Boy or Foxtrot? Farming Boy, that's not gonna be very helpful. You're literally driving straight towards me. I thought you would have noticed the giant-ass harvester heading in the opposite direction to the one you wanted to do. Gonna be honest. This feels like the trailer now with the like multiple case modulos on the field. Hey, Liam. Yeah, Foxtrot, but for some reason I got it into my head that you were in game. I'm not entirely sure why. Also, am I the only one that experiences like major input lag no matter what I do with this harvester in particular? Like, I know that the forklift is a bit input laggy, but this harvester also seems a touch input laggy. You have input lag. What are you driving, Alexander, out of curiosity? Because there is a definite bit of input lag on the harvester here. Who won the giveaway? I don't know yet. It's open for another nearly 2 weeks, Liam. I opened it for 2 weeks so that people wouldn't ask immediately who won the giveaway. And I'll do a special little stream to announce the winners. So when there is winners, you'll know. In fact, I said multiple times the giveaway would be open until December 14th. And it's noticeably December 1st today. So we've got 2 weeks until the winner's actually announced. You're still asking who won 2 weeks before the giveaway even closes. Alexander, dude, grab the truck. I got the semi-trailer for the bales. So that we can bring 2 at once. Oxy changed his map name, did he? I wasn't aware of that. I've been kind of keeping myself out of the loop of late and I don't know why. That said, last night I played Transport Fever, Crusader Kings and watched the toy show, so I was quite busy just doing random crap. I have been playing a rather vicious game of Crusader Kings last night. I might continue it today, where I go into the intrigue screen, see who's a threat, and just murder them viciously. Which is maybe a bit mean, but this song it's just people farting into a microphone. Maybe a bit mean, but it's fun. Oh, you're a threat. Bye bye. Gone. See you, Alexander. You put yours up a few days before Christmas. Mine will probably go up next weekend, I would imagine. Because we gotta be quiet during the day, so it'll probably come down some evening and we'll put up all the decorations during the day. There's a lot of missed cotton over here. I think yours is going up next weekend as well. I think next weekend is a good time to put up decorations. Hey, Jamie. You start cultivating. Probably not a good idea right now, considering we've got 3 harvesters in the field and it's going to be a bit of a mess if you hit any one of them. We actually have the farm sim trailer formation happening. Reese has been begging for somebody to cart for him in Field 8. I don't know if he still needs it, but if you're looking for something to do, then that's probably a good idea. There's a crow that just did a bit of a dive bomb there. Excuse me, wait, what? What was that? Did everybody see the, He's going to the yard. Yes! We now need a harvester driver. Oh, GG, Reese. Did everybody see the, harvester here becoming a bit of a trombone, briefly? How's my day going? It's going good. It's doing it again. I think I've broken my harvester slightly. Hey, Luke. How you doing today, dude? That's a thing that can be seen, yes. Yes, indeed, yes. This is... It's all going a bit wrong. Also, the day that I start a stream with more than 9,370 subscribers, I'll be very happy because I'm getting really frustrated by just bouncing around that number lately. Playing some War Thunder, very nice, Loke. Yeah, it's a weird visual thing with this harvester, and I don't know why it happens. There's a part of me that hopes the bug doesn't get fixed, because this thing does some really interesting bugs and glitches. But I know Case will insist on being fixed. Case Newell will insist on the visual bug that basically breaks the harvester being fixed. I've missed a bit. Got it. So how are we doing here? According to this, pretty good. And this seems to have decided it wants to actually go the right way. Which is extra nice. It seems to have decided it wants to animate in the correct direction instead of going up through the roof. Can I harvest in reverse? No. Ah, it doesn't let me harvest in reverse. What was my favourite subject in school? Basically any of the sciences. Mainly chemistry, but I then kind of transitioned into biology in college. And now I'm a big fan of biology, microbiology in particular. Yay, Dusty, how you doing today, dude? Seems to be very few people wanting to watch today, and I don't know why. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the old like button. And if you want to see more from me, do feel free to subscribe as well. What I want you to do, find something to do, Charlie. Don't just shout like, what do you want me to do? What's Farming Boy done? Farming Boy, what am I looking at? Because the visual bugs are only on your side, just FYI. Like, if you got a visual bug, then it only ever appears on your own end. Spend most of the day in 6 hour doing contracts. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Look at everyone in the field. I'm looking at you, Farming Boy, and you're missing quite a bit of cotton there. You only found love of ploughing weeds. I quite like cultivating them. It's quite rewarding just cultivating them under. Because it's like bringing an eraser on top of them. We've been working on a tune today. Would you like to come into the voice chat and whistle the tune for us, Yanis? Is it a good tune? Is it very musical? Look at how much cotton just everybody's missing. Oh my god. So there's the baler off to field 19. Oh no, that's 4D bringing the baler away. Not quite sure where to. You have to go, you'll be back after. Fair enough, Jamie. Placeable item yards, really put you off FS19, going back to... Alex, I mean... What's your problem with the placeable animal yards? Out of curiosity. Like... They... do make some wonky terrain, sure, but there's a terrain brush coming out in the next big patch. Which is kind of why the patches is taking a bit longer than some people would like. That you can work the terrain down with that. Gertrix, if you come in, you can come in and basically brush off me and we won't miss any. I just nudge over like that. Perfect. Now we are actually in we were in, until I accidentally tabbed, the formation from the trailer. Just contacting yourself, work for... I'm not sure if that's 1 hour 25 minutes or 1¼ hours. Software console, it'll be on all platforms, yeah, Alex. You just need to be patient. It's not out yet, but it's being worked on in the next patch. So the big bug fix patch that's coming up, that'll hopefully fix a lot of the bugs. There's going to be a terrain brush in that, where you can, like, do terraforming. So, Giants have listened. They were working on it for a little while, because they realized maybe it wasn't perfect. And they've been working on this brush. It will be in the next patch for the game. 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay. We might actually get 3 modules out of this field. Because once I get 1 module of corn, or cotton, I'm gonna stop, just stop harvesting. We're at 13,000 liters already. I'll go grab the bits that we missed. As long as the new terrain brush doesn't cost as much as placeable terrain deform. Yeah. I kind of hope that somebody brings out a free terraforming mod, gonna be honest. Because like in real life, yeah, you'd have some costs because, you know, even if you owned, let's say, a wheel loader or something, or a backhoe, you would have some costs for fuel, but I think that the costs in game are a bit much at the moment. Calder Farm cliffside, seeing as all buildings are on their own cliff. Well, you can level out those cliffs in the near future. I'm quite enjoying the fact that this farm just has insane numbers of sandcastles currently. Hello, Fahy. We have, if you're curious, by the way, to join, 7 people in game. There is 1 free slot in the game right now if you want to join in. Yeah, I saw Fahy has been playing around with GE today. In the middle of our little thumbs up, thumbs down war we had on Facebook. For no good reason other than I was bored. I think Fahy was too. I'm gonna really annoy Carturix right now. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just I'm gonna make some art in the cotton field here. Just ignore me. I'm gonna be artistic. There we go. Let's go in this direction a bit. And this direction a bit. And back up around here. We'll go this way a small bit. Scott and regrow? No, you've got to cultivate it under. Or plow it under, or whatever the game decides he's doing. By the way, I've turned off weeds. So this will be the last crop in this field that actually has weed issues. I did a proper look around, yeah. After dinner's out of the way, be hopping on. Yeah. I'm kind of curious about GE because it looks completely different than it used to. In some ways. In other ways, it looks just the same. Do 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 do. Some new land parcels. Ah, that's a very like. It looks very interesting. It's very colourful. Hey, Lancashire. Hope everyone's well. I'm doing well. Don't know about everybody else. Oh my god, have they finally got rid of the number channels for fruit states? Oh, that is the best change they've made. Because trying to remember the bloody numbered channels was hell. I've made a go-kart track. I've just realised. Both are there now. Ah, okay. But you don't have to use the numbers anymore, which is kind of the main thing. I feel like Herman Tilke, I'm designing a racetrack. Get the Mahindra out. I don't have it on the server. So this needs a bit of a chicane. There we go. Nice Tilka style chicane. Now, oh, Carturix is ruining my racetrack. Now it's time for the ultimate Tilka corner, where we're gonna have a really long straight bit and then a pointlessly tight corner just to ruin everything. So you can get up to top speed on this straight and probably the Mahindra. and then you gotta brake really hard because there's a stupidly tight hairpin. There's a roundabout in the track now. There we go. Yep, perfect Tilka track. Just the one straight, and then everything else is stupid corners. Hey, Fenton. Valencia all over again. And then just to make the most out of the space, we'll have completely, utterly pointless section here that nobody will ever see because there's no space for crowds. I can go in like this and just do a bit of a loop around the infield. Because we want the longest track possible in the shortest space possible. There we go. This reminds me kind of Catalonia. This is Cotton Maze. No, this is a Cotton Racetrack. We're not doing the maze thing today. It's a racetrack. This is perfection itself. Formula 1 should hire me as their new track designer. I can design all the tracks in Farm Sim. What is the name of the racetrack? Tilkadrome number 3. You might be wondering what happened to the other two. Well, it's number 3. Get some pickups and race the track. I don't think this track is actually drivable. Also, that loop there is the entirety of the pit lane. Still better than most Formula 1 tracks. Now we're gonna make the Bradley Rangeley is joining the server. We're gonna make the oval layout that's gonna actually sit around it, or not, because you know, we need an alternate layout for. That old pickup horn is the best. It is the single best horn in the game, I swear. Because it actually sounds like a horn. Not just somebody sneezing through some tissues. And hoping for the best. Like the horn on these cotton harvesters sounds like somebody with a particularly bad cold blowing their nose. A section with a cross like a demo turbo. Technically, F1 does have a figure 8 racetrack, Dave, though. Like, they do have Suzuka, which is a figure 8, it's just that there's a bridge. They also have the bit in Singapore where they're going up and down the like opposite sides of the street. So welcome on all to Sinking Simulator 2019. Hope you all are enjoying. Bradley, don't worry, I'll call everybody Sinking Simulator, so don't take that personally. I'm gonna race the track. No, probably not. I might make one off camera someday before stream and make it wide enough that we can race like 5 or 6 pickups around it. It would probably be in field 8. And have like a forced pit stop where you gotta stop for a certain amount of time or something. So I might make a racetrack at some point. But this won't be... like, it's too small to race on, really. I'd need the 45-foot header to get a decent width on the track. A Joker lap. We could, in theory, make a rallycross track, to be fair. Like, that would not be a terrible idea. But what rallycross rules will we follow? Because there's two different kind of Joker lap styles. Because there's one style of rallycross where the Joker lap shortens the track. There's another style of rallycross where the Joker lap lengthens the track and is actually a slower lap. So it would really be a case of which kind of Joker lap do you want. I think Farming Boys decided to be a bit artistic too. Bring the truck up and have a go. I mean, if you want to. Carturix is somehow full. I'm very nearly full, actually. Despite the fact that I've just been making racetracks. Here we go. This one's full. So I'll go grab the truck, I guess. And pick up these two modules. Who's sinking now? Nobody's sinking now. What happens if I unload a module into a module? It makes everything quite angry and pushes everything out of the way. Brilliant. So there's a cotton harvester there for the taking if somebody wants it. I want the truck. Somebody already has the truck. Oh. I'm gonna buy a second truck. There we go. I'm expecting Jan's engine to stop working just then. Oh, your game crashed. That would explain why the sync was so long. Hey, TNT. Oh, wow, the interior on this is quite nice. Doesn't have dynamic keys, though. That's a bit of a shame. I think something that's good in multiplayer is you can actually choose like the same color for vehicles as you can for the farm, so you can have like trucks for a red farm being red and trucks for a yellow farm being yellow and whatnot. Hence why the trucks for this farm are pink. Unless you're pizza. Yes, pizza would do that, to be fair. So it's off to the spinnery we go. Which is in this direction somewhere. It's actually down by field 18. How am I today? I'm doing good today. How are you doing today, NHF? How many people are in the game? 6! We got 2 open slots. Yeah, they did release some FS17 mods on Friday. There's a bait in the field, but this thing can only hold 2 modules farming, but I'll come back for the 3rd. So that's the spinnery down there. How on earth... Charlie, are you stalking me in something? Got a proper farming speed. There we go. You spray weed killers on grass fields? I don't know. I don't know if you can herbicide up grass fields. I was doing so well when I kept the speed low, actually, so I'm gonna just... I think this game is rewarding you for driving in insane ways, which is nice. I mean, it's gonna punish me for driving like a lunatic, which I normally do, but still. Nice to see that logical driving is rewarded. Bit further forward. There we go. $20 grand for those 2 bales. Why are there many sandcastles on the side of the road? Because it's me. Am I on console? No, I'm on PC. I'm just using an Xbox controller because I haven't bothered setting my wheel up yet, and I'm not a big fan of the keyboard controls in FS19. They seem a bit... I don't know, they don't seem right to me. I'm online on Xbox. Yeah, because I got the Xbox app on my PC, Edward. This is the PC version of Farm Sim. I can prove it to you very easily if I just go click an F1. And hey, look, there's the PC controls. So I'm using mouse and keyboard now. Charlie, go do something productive. Cotton is terrible to make money, yeah. But this is the PC version, I'm just using Xbox controller for... basically for comfort. Did I hear about FS19 seasons? No, nobody's told me, not once. Not a single person has told me out of the hundreds of people who've told me. Farming Boys got the 3rd module. TNT's joining the server! Now, I've heard about seasons in FS19. I knew it would be a matter of time. It was just a case of, like, how much time Rakin was being given to work on it. And he is a bloody magician when it comes to code. Like, he is an absolute magician. And he does have a bit of an unfair advantage in that he does actually know how the game is coded. Because he works for Giants now. So he doesn't need the scripting docs to make scripts. I happen to know that he's also working with some other modders to help them with their mods. What's this about Seasons? Seasons is being made for FS19. It is coming soon, TM, Ollie. Or as soon as it's done. When it's ready. I'm looking forward to it. Seasons was one of my favourite mods for FS17. I know I didn't use it much, but it's so good. Such a good mod. And it is being remade for FS19 by Rakin and the rest of the realismist modding guys. Mainly Rakin, because he is the Codemeister extraordinaire. Why is the game lagging suddenly? There we go. Are there any other modules in the field? I somehow... oh, there is one. 4D with that perfectly timed module drop. There we go. Yes, there we go. What shall you do? You do whatever needs to be done, TNT. Let's see. Do the cows need feeding at all? You don't know what needs to be done. Check the map and see what needs to be done. Oops. Does this need unloading at all? It's 100% hay. Sorry, what? 100% something. Probably hay. Do we have silage? We do not have silage. Which can be easily solved through some gratuitous use of a mower. Hey, Yusuf. By the way, RGB LEDs and myself. I do have my keyboard. That's RGB. There we go. Look at me actually doing some farm work. Hey, Aaron. Decide your first map for 90 will be Dusty Cove. That'll be a good kind of experimental map because it's quite small. And it was quite popular as well. RGB gives you more FPS. Somehow I doubt that, Yusuf. Some of the FPS drops I get in games, I can say quite confidently that RGB does not give you more FPS. So, who's broken the bloody silage pit? I mean, I know who's broken the mower because it's gone in a wonk, but who broke the silage pit? Hey, Welsh. Jag, hello. How you guys doing today? 7 days until your 28th. It's still, Just over or under like 9 months until my 28th, so I feel a bit better about myself not being ancient yet. Hey, Ryan. Or Ryan. Doing good, Jack? Good to hear. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, we're on 26 likes. We got 47 people in the stream right now. Let's see if we can get up to 50 likes. Hopefully. Yeah, give Dusty and other mappers time to experiment with stuff for 19. Because the first maps you'll see from people will all be kind of experimental. What happens if I do this kind of maps? Except maybe Oxy, who will do all the experimenting off, you know, away from the map he's actively working on. Mower, that's not particularly helpful. I'm very old, I know. You watching this in hospital? Why are you watching this in hospital, dude? Hope you're okay. Hope you get well soon. Did I see the new pics of Oxy's map? I haven't! I heard about the name change, but I haven't seen the new pics. I'll hit them up after the stream, most likely. So I think Landy, if he streams today, will be doing single player because he doesn't like. Basically, he doesn't like doing multiplayer the same day as me. Getting your appendix out. Well, at least that does basically nothing, so you should be fine in a few days. Marwell Manor Farm, very nice name. Very fancy name. It sounds very upper class. It'll be nothing but John Deere's for me. I mean, you gotta have those expensive upper class tractors on a map named like that. Hopefully this doesn't do the wonk that it just did on the last pass. Okay, come on, behave, behave. That's mostly behaving. Well done, mower. Good luck to the person trying to windrow this mess, which will possibly also be me. Just all 8 hours. You have Leash football trials on Tuesday. You might not be able to do that, Reen. I don't know what the story is with getting your appendix out, but I know certain medical stuff, they tell you not to do contact sports for like X amount of time. I was hospitalized once in my life, and the one time I was told no contact sports for 6 months. And like I'd have X, Y, and Z kind of a bit iffy for up to 2 years. And one other thing that would always be there. Which the thing that's always there is immunity to what I had, which is nice. Check my... Oh, the face cam's broken again. I can't fix that, so I'm just gonna have to turn it off. I'm just gonna have to turn off the face cam, because apparently I hit it a bit. Because to fix that, I would legitimately have to turn off or close OBS, so no face cam for the remainder of the stream. And so I will, after the stream, I'll have to remember to log into the second Snapchat. You can hire workers to do this now? It's never stopped you from playing sports before. I mean, I'd always listen to doctors above doing something dumb. I didn't know you could hire workers to do grass work now. Is the proper Giants edited set now? Yes, it's on Giants Developer Network, so you can work away on maps and stuff safely, or relatively safely now. In the knowledge that, despite the fact it's a beta, it's probably not going to break things too much. You burst out in random song. I mean, you can, but I won't be able to hear you. Can I work on grass in FS17? I did not know this. Webcam, it's been switched off, Sim, because it's broken. And to fix it, I would need to close OBS and reopen it, which just isn't going to happen. I'd literally need to restart the stream to fix it. So usually it's like due to heat or whatever that I have the face come off in the summer. Today, it's literally because it's broken. I need to do like 20,000 things under my desk. I'm gonna actually get around to doing that tonight, I think. To get the webcam back into the rear port that I like it in, instead of the front port where it apparently gets wonked out sometimes. And sort all of the problems in the world out. So whoever's windrowing for me, thank you very much. Charlie! Thank you very much. Don't just make one giant windrow, by the way. Or at least try not to. I mean, you can, I'm not going to stop you, but I prefer you didn't. You have the new bush foliage. The new bushes look amazing. The Giants have done so well with 19, just adding in little things that people wouldn't normally notice, but... yeah, if you use stuff from the in-game maps, you can just call it from the game files as opposed to having your own files in. You hate this more? I actually quite like this more. I mean, it's a pain in the backside most of the time, but I do quite like it. Because you can do this. What app am I playing on? Ravenport. It says so in the thumbnail and title. Hey, Oxy. We've just been talking about you slightly. I hear there are new pictures of your map that has got a rename. I haven't looked at them yet, though. I need to check them out after the stream. All good indeed, dude. Don't worry. We're just saying you smell a bit. It's fine. You know, nothing out of the ordinary. See you, farming boy. So if you want to join, a slot is opening up, guys. Although I think there was a slot open already. There's 2 slots now open. Or will be 2 slots once Farming Boy officially leaves. To go play some Gold Rush the game. You know the map better fit. So you're making the world's poshest map ever, because that name is insanely posh. Do I have Instagram? Yes. It's in the description somewhere. But I rarely use it. I'm really bad at using Instagram. I need to use it more. How do you join? Exclamation mark dedideets for all the details you'll need to join. And this is a 24/7 server. I don't like put it down after streams or whatever. So I hop on not knowing, like when I'm streaming, I hop on not knowing what kind of state the server is going to be in. And sometimes I'll give myself time to acclimatize, sometimes I won't. So I basically start these streams blind, not having a clue what to do. I come up with ideas for things to do as kind of the stream begins, and I get an idea of what the map state is. There's own swimming pool, basketball court, and farm. Good lord. There needs to be a Rolls Royce mod so that I can park the Rolls Royce in the swimming pool. Have you figured out? This is here's a technical question for you. Yes, in a way, I guess. Have you figured out what you're going to do with regards to the new placeable system? Like, are you going to release Are you going to put the sheds into the map like what Giants did with the San Pacho, or as placeables, or are you going to release them separately? There's like a million different ideas you could do there. Or are you just going to have it as an old style, FS17 style, like everything stays where it is kind of farm? If anybody can get something into the swimming pool, I bloody well will. Considering I managed to get, what was it, the Challenger MT900 around the little yard on Shamrock? If something stupid can be done, I will find a way to do it. Shame you can't change the John Deere's to gold for it. I know. Hey, Brendan. I'm doing good. How are you doing today, dude? Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The one thing that I have noticed about the build your own yards thing is that they do seem to have removed the 10-meter radius, which kind of was a big concern for UK style maps, that the radius would be a bit insane. It does seem to be removed on certain placeables, because I've been using sandcastles to test it. Of course I've been using sandcastles to test it because they're the meme placeable. And I've got like 4 or 5 of them all piled up in one, kind of basically one spot. I need to see the pictures of this map after the stream, because it's sounding delicious and I need to look at it. Then again, it's an Oxy map, so I don't know what I expected. There's certain people that I just expect brilliance from, and Oxy is one of them. Whether that's good or bad for him, I don't know. Armada was able to put... Oh, I don't know, Adam. Giants did with a Estancia Apache, so I don't see why not. I mean, somebody could make a bit of noise about that if they really wanted to. But it's always kind of a better idea that if you've got some really nice UK placeables in your map to just release them separately as well. You have to try and impress me. But you have to try and impress the community, which is arguably a much bigger task. I mean, the farm sim community is notorious for not actually knowing what they want. Yeah, face cam's off, guys, because it's broken. Again. It's got a habit of just killing itself occasionally. And it's done that today, so I've just turned it off for ease, instead of restarting the entire stream. Lake's nice to sit by when it rains. Ooh. Ah! Here's a good example of the new placeable system actually working in a much better way than I'd expected, because you can walk between these sandcastles, sure, but look at how close you can kind of stack them together like this. That wouldn't have been possible before. Sarah interior looks like a class. It kind of does actually, now that I look at it. So the placeable system isn't as bad as we'd feared. As I have clearly tested thoroughly by just plonking sandcastles everywhere. Because of course I've tested something using only sandcastles. Wow, I've just had a complete mind blank. Oh yes, a chiptune. Yes, I approve of this nonsense. I love chiptunes. Also, I don't know why we're going this way, but we're going this way. Even though, like, I'm just gonna have to pull a Yui here. There we go. Yeah, the new placeable system is a bit kind of everywhere at the moment from what I'm seeing. It's like nobody really knows how to use it. So, sandcastles, because they're the cheapest, are the easiest way to test how the placeable system works ridiculously. And it does look like you can get some quite nice groupings of stuff. Also, I've heard a rumor that I need to test right here, because we've got some weeds here. Can you... Oh my god! What the crap? You can mow the weeds? So if you want a really truly ridiculous solution to weed issues on your map, get your mower out, I guess. Is this grass here mowable? It looks like this grass has been mowed recently, but I'm gonna try and mow it anyway. Oh no, it's mowable. The weeds need tweaking. Yeah, I think they need a bit of work for modders to make them look like they fit on maps. I think. Ooh. This mower is a bit more slidey than I remember. I think, Dusty, that everybody's gonna apologize in advance for asking like 1 trillion questions about all the new stuff to Oxy. Or whoever gets a map out first is like, how does this work? I have a confusion. Weeds are too tall and there's too many of them. Yeah. I think it's more a case of there's too many of them than they're too tall. Because like if you let weeds go mental in real life the way that you can in Farm Sim, they will grow to that kind of length. It's just that, yeah, they kind of cluster up a bit more than they would in reality. I think that's kind of the better criticism, is like they wouldn't all grow up at the exact same rate. Plans to finish the map detail and yeah. I think the technical side of things is going to trip a lot of people who are a bit weaker at the technical side of things up this time. Yeah, the season's weeds, I'm gonna say now, are probably gonna be the more realistic weeds to have if there's like a choice available of weed types. I would almost definitely go for season's weeds over default giant's weeds. Hey, hard worker. See you, Fenton. Big fuel bill coming. Who's refueling everything? Seasons weeds, they don't just like cover all of the field at once. They like grow up in patches. So it's a lot more true to life, where like weeds, they just kind of grow up in patches of weeds as opposed to just these giant fields full of them. Which is how I actually assumed it worked first when I heard the weeds were coming in, was that they grow up in patches. Not the entire field is now weeds. I didn't know Realism had a Facebook page. Could you or somebody else like link that to me in Discord PMs, because I need to follow that page. They need to be quite obvious, otherwise you'll never see them in stage 2 or 3 growth. Yes, but at the same time they shouldn't be just covering the entire field at the same time. They should realistically kind of, for realism purposes, grow up in bunches, like how seasons have it set up. Thank you, Dave. Garage top F is 1921. What would I want added? Orchard farming. Orchard farming, more kind of small niche brands, more styles of farming that you can do. There's always a wish list. There's always going to be a wish list. Because the more giants add, the more I realize, oh, hang on, this would be really cool in the game. Are we bedding the grass? No, we're just making silage, so if somebody wants to grab the forage wagon that's over by the animals and bring the silage over to the clamp that's also by the animals. So, pick up the grass with the forage wagon, bring it over to where the animals are. That'd be awesome. Do I have any animals? We've got 2 trailer loads of cows, which I can't remember how many cows that is. I think it's like 10 or 15. We could pay us to do it. I reckon if you asked nicely enough, you might consider it for free. Carrots, onions, stuff like that. Yeah, just more crops and more styles of farming that you can do. Would be kind of my big wish for the future in Farm Sim. Because Giants are definitely going in a very good direction by expanding the game with cotton, with stuff like that, with sugarcane, stuff like that. But they can always go further. There's always going to be that next step that's available. You know, there's never going to be a point where Farm Sim is finished and they've got literally everything you can do in the game, because then people say, oh, but you see, in Japan they grow rice, and in India they do this, and in this country they do that, and that can be brought into the game, and this can be brought into the game. There's never going to be a point where Farm Sim has every type of farming. So the game is never going to be finished. Why would a brand not give Giants the license? I thought they'd be happy for the promo. I know the reason behind the class license thing. It's not something I'm gonna broadcast. But I know the reason behind it. There is a reason the class haven't granted Giants a license. Which I'm presuming is what you're kind of alluding to. But other brands kind of have their own reasons. And sometimes, like, there's a lot of brands that have gone to Giants in the past couple of years saying, here, have our license, we'll give it to you for free. And Giants have had to say no to them because, like, their equipment just didn't fit the game, or didn't fit this, or didn't fit that. You know, Giants, I think, are beyond the point where any brand that comes to them will go in game. They need to have a reason to put, we'll say, I'm going to use an example that I'd love to see in game. They'd need to have a reason to put Michaela in. They'd need to have a reason to put Abby in. They'd need to have a reason to put, you know, Kane trailers into the game. They'd need to have a reason to put X, Y, and Z in. Other than, well, we have the license, we might as well. So, you know, there are more brands that want to be in Farm Sim that aren't. And there's some brands that we would love to be in Farm Sim that don't want to be in just yet, for one reason or another. They could use a license for mods. That's part of the cheekiness, is Giants technically only need one item from a brand for them to technically have the license for releasing mods on console, which is why some brands just have the one thing in. Kind of cynically, that's the license piece of equipment. That means they can release mods on console from that brand. I'm genuinely surprised that the Kane trailers are still doing the rounds, or the NM modding ones from 13 that need to just be left to die. Or completely remodeled at this point. They were great in FS13, but the increase in quality over the last, 6, 7, 8 years has meant that they don't look as good as they once did, and it's a bit of a shame. Stuff from FS11 and 13 is kind of... Giants are trying to encourage, I think, people to let those mods go away now, with the changes that have been made for 19. And it's becoming more and more difficult to convert them without having major issues as well. Definitely gonna make a new King. You need to. We need that CD. It's been switched off, Bradley. It unplugged itself. And for me to get it working again, I'd need to actually restart OBS. So, in order to restart OBS, I'd have to restart the stream, which, with like half an hour to go at this point, I know it was like 45 minutes or so to go when it happened, but it's just not worth me doing that. I'm gonna do some work around my room tonight and get everything back to the way that I personally like it, because, well, I've kind of been in kind of an experimental USB port and it's not played out well. Gotta go, see you, Adam. Yeah, see, these trailers look amazing in 19 so far, from the pictures he sent me. And the pictures he put up on Facebook. They look stunning. Hey, Ruggles. Whoever's in the fire truck, and you do realize there were 2 other fields that needed doing first, right? Like, you do realize the 2 fields up by the cows needed to be foraged first. I hope you've done them. Because they would have been much easier to... Why are you using the 8RT? Reese, why? That makes no sense. My FS19, I'm going to be super strict on myself, based on my past exploits. I'm only going to be using stuff from Giants Mod Hub and then select mods from FS UK, except for scripts, which I will allow myself to go to other sites for. There is a fast track on the map somewhere, Reese, or there was at one point. We've got like 20 tractors on an 8 bloody slot server because people won't stop buying tractors and not selling the old ones. If you got the timing right between like certain mods, they would just go insane. Like if you got a British, let's say British or Irish silage trailer, releasing at about the same time as a British map, and maybe even like a McHale round baler, the downloads on all 3 of those would be insane. Because you just have the perfect fit for the map. Oh, Matt's Marstons are going to be stunning. I'm really looking forward to Matt's Marstons. Need to get Keen converted. Yeah, I'm hoping somebody brings out a new conventional baler, because the Lely Welger, the one that has been doing the rounds since FS13 or FS11 maybe even, from ARM Team, that needs to be replaced by something new. Danish Scotsman, exclamation mark dedideets. Jay, he always decides he's got a lot of work left to do on his mods. This is an unmodded Dedi, by the way, Danish, so like you can just hop in and join straight away. RainbowDave official on continental Europe. Password is John Deere, all lowercase, and no spaces. Just waiting for the sync to happen. While I'm syncing up, if you guys want to, I picked it up to show it off, but I can't. If you guys want to have a chance of winning a boxed copy with a cartridge of the Farming Simulator C64 edition, the Commodore 64 edition of Farming Simulator, if you put exclamation mark C64 into the chat, exclamation mark C64 into the chat, you will get the details on how on earth to enter that giveaway. Closing date is December 14th. I'll be making a draw on December 15th. I'll do a special stream just for that. And I'll be contacting the winners at some point on the 15th via email to get the details I will need to send them the actual boxed copies, as well as checking if they want me to send anything else that's like free or really cheap for me to make. Or do. Because I won't be sending like any of my merch, because that spreadshirt is quite expensive. It might not even be the last giveaway on this channel, because I do need to get in contact with some people about some stuff in the very near future. I say in the very near future, once I can. I've been informed I need to poke people. There's all Silage wants to do different models in the... yeah. Like, Matt is just this insane OCD person who... it needs to be perfect before he'll pass it as ready to even test. Never mind upload. How many times... like, he made the Marstons about 5 times over with all the remodels he did on them. Because he basically didn't like one small detail he did and just started from scratch every bloody time. That's the level of insanity MadXJS has. Has the 8R... oh, the 8RX has been abandoned. 8RX is going bye-bye. Because we don't need... yeah, we definitely don't need this many big tractors on the map. So I'm going to do some actual admin work real quick. Wear on traders looks good. I've not managed to get wear on them too much, so that can go away. This can go away. This can go away. This can go away if it's not being used. I'll set off 2 of these. We kind of need all of this stuff. We don't need 2 of these. Or 2 of these. We don't need this. Or this if we've got the Emperador. We technically don't even need the more that I've got because somebody bought triples, so let's sell this. Just made 2 million from selling all that crap. destruction left for me. It's pretty much, yeah. So let's bring the starter back down to the yard and park it up. In the most efficient way possible. Perfect. And let's skip to the next song because that was terrible. You've converted the canes. Why? Why carry on mowing? Yeah, well, there's not much left to do, Charlie, to be quite honest, so I don't mind leaving that bit left to do. Danish Scotsman's joining the server. We got another sinking sim coming up. Like a mountain goat, I descended the hill. Mountain goat that is drunk and blind and has no coordination left. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, please do feel free to hit that like button. We're at 34 likes. I'd love to get 50. We've got 54 people in right now, so if everybody hits like for Sinking Simulator, we'll hit the 50 likes in no time whatsoever. And of course, if you are enjoying and you haven't done so yet, you can also subscribe to the channel for more goodness, and I might actually start a stream above 9,370 subscribers for once. Because that number has been frustrating me all bloody week. It's just one of those plateaus the channel hits that, like, it just bounces off like a lot, and it's happened a few times, and it's always frustrating. Every single time it happens, it's always frustrating and annoying. I want to swap the 7310 out as well. I'm going to swap the 7R for something a bit more fitting. Hey, Danish. Let's just take the direct route. Whee! Perfect. Charlie's gonna clean the yards. I did say to Garturix that we would have mayhem, but that I would actually probably come on later and try cleaning the yards if I had time. Because there's actually, despite it being the weekend, there's a lot going on around everywhere at the moment. Hey, Kian. How you doing today, dude? Just joining them sideways. Well, what did you expect from me? There's a shop is down this direction over here somewhere. I want to swap out the 7R for something that's a bit more FS19. So let's swing this around the shop here into the sell point, and we will sell this off and buy the official tractor of Farming Simulator 19. The John Deere 8400R. Has Bill been in of late? He's been in, I think, once or twice. No face cam. It's broken at the moment. In order to fix it, I would need to restart the stream. And I'm not going to do that. So it's just temporarily off entirely. Hey, senpai. So we could as well, if we wanted to, and I'll leave it up to the guys on the server, start moving the seed and fertilizer pallets down from the shop. I can buy a bale trailer for that. We can load them up with the forklift and unload them with the thing. The Manitou. I'm bringing the meme back. The meme was never dead, it was only asleep. I want to go do some cultivating actually, but it's only a two-person job because I can get a bale trailer. If somebody wants to just grab one of the tractors over at the yard, maybe the Star or something. Is FS17 much harder to run than 17? It's easier on my system, oddly enough, but there are people who are having to lower graphics settings compared to 17. So it's kind of a bit hit and miss in a way, I guess. So your mileage may vary. Yeah, TNT, I'm in the same boat. Like FS17, I had to detune my graphics, but 19 is on very, it's on very high. It's maxed out. So it's kind of a bit of an odd one. How much does my server cost a year? Here's the thing about the server, and a bit of full disclosure here. This server costs me only some advertising. This server was provided to me very kindly by Nitrado. They partnered up with me to provide me with a server so that I can play about and farm some of you guys and advertise they're actually really good servers. There's a reason that every YouTuber has a Nitrado server. They are probably the best server provider. The costs aren't ridiculously high as with some others. And really, even if they are a bit higher than others, you get what you pay for. Nitrado servers are powerful, stable, and pretty well protected from most problems. There is a link in the description of the stream if you want to get your own Nitrado server for Farming Simulator 19. Using my affiliate link, which I think just counts up for Nitrado or something. I don't think I get any kickbacks or anything. As far as I'm aware, I don't. But it just lets them know that you guys appreciate the sponsorship dealio. And you want servers from the fine people over there. Hey, sitting here. I will say the guys at Nitrado are great people as well. Spoken to a few of them, and very, very nice people to talk to. They're kind of on a par of niceness with giants. Which says a lot. Where's the server based? It is based in Germany. So it's a German server that I'm running on continental Europe. But it's like I'm getting 30 milliseconds ping. I'm getting basically 0 ping on this thing. So, you're not going to have many issues. Strong and stable servers. Getting 80ish ping 4,000 miles away. Yeah, if you're getting less than 100 ping in the US, that kind of shows that it's a good server. It's only one or two specific header trailers, Dark, that have the issues. And I actually unintentionally got around that with the ridiculous header that I bought for the Ideal. Hello, Glengar. dedideets. The server has 2 slots open currently. So if you're wanting to join, you can. It's 40 foot in the other small one. Yeah, there's a couple of trailers that kind of derp the game out in ways that crash it. Also, have the people who were doing the silage that I asked to be done just quit doing the silage to do other things that I also asked to be done? Because it is kind of frustrating to see jobs just abandoned. Like the harvest on field 8. And the silaging on field... well, all 3 silage fields. It's frustrating to see, like, jobs getting half done, because I was doing the silage so that we'd have silage on the server to feed the cows. Harvest on field 8 is ongoing. Yeah, the grass needs collecting. As well. And there is... like, there's a couple of fields that have just been left half-harvested as well. Like, if you're gonna start a harvest, guys, please try and finish it. If you gotta go do something else, if you gotta leave the game, that's fine, but don't just leave fields half-harvested and just abandon the combines or whatever. Because it ends up with, you know, the server having to clean up after you, basically. And poor Carturix tends to come on days that I'm streaming. Whether he knows it or not, he tends to come on and clean up the server before streams. Like he was doing it during the before the last stream. I popped on and he was tidying up. He came on today to do the same thing, and I was already on the server just preparing for the stream. You can cart silage and they can like unload directly into a trailer. Because I'm just tidying up a couple of fields here of weeds so they're gone for good. Doing that all afternoon before I was on. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate people coming out and tidying, by the way. I know that it's a thankless. I know that it's a thankless task because the server always goes to pot when there's a stream on. But I do appreciate coming on and seeing the server, if not perfectly tidy, then most like reasonably neat. I do notice that. It's hard to get the staff. I know, Glengar. Well, that's why Carturix got admin, is because he's... I knew from him in 17 that he would come on and just help out wherever the hell he could. Are you gonna put more cotton into field 11? Please don't. This field could be like seeded with cotton or corn or something. Danish, I'll come over and help in a minute. I just want to finish cultivating this field and then I'll just kind of leave the cultivator over by field 19 because that needs done as well. If you want to seed field 11, like seed it in oats or something that can be done with a combine because the cotton was a bit painful. Soybeans, oats, canola, even corn would be okay. Staff on Landy server before you go off before streams. Yeah, it's nice to come on for a stream and have the server like make sense. I know that by the end of a stream people just like leave and abandon equipment everywhere. So I'll probably pop on tonight and just do some tidying up on the server as well. So that somebody else doesn't have to do it, you know, tomorrow. We decided sometime in Catwood. I mean, I could set that up now, Charlie. I could buy a forage harvester, but I prefer to see the work that's already ongoing get done first. I don't want to see field 8 just be abandoned halfway through harvest. Like field, what was it, 23 was? So I'm not gonna buy new equipment to do other jobs right now when we have kind of unfinished jobs on the server as is. That's kind of the way that I'm looking at things right now. Because it is frustrating for me personally that, like, I come on, there's jobs half done and just equipment abandoned in nonsensical places. Yeah, it does help to have multiple farms, but it's not all that practical, Dark, on an 8 slot to have, we'll say, 4 or 5 farms. Landy servers kind of got a blessing in disguise because of the fact that it's 16. That it's a bit easier to do multiple farms. And I think the next server I will host, which will probably be on Fellsbrunn most likely, will have multiple farms set up. I'm sure somebody will tell me at that point that I'm copying Simulate because the server's on Fellsbrunn, but there's only 3 maps! And it's a case of I'm copying Landy Kid with having it on Ravenport, I'm copying Daggerman with having it on Stanchel Apache, I'm copying Simulate with having it on Fellsbrunn. There is no winning for me, so I'm just going to do what I want. I know Danish, but the actual Agco header has issues. In that the header trailer can actually crash the game. So by way of getting around that, I got the big old case header for it. Can't unload the forage wagon? Why can't you unload the forage wagon? You should be able to unload the forage wagon. It's such a copycat, I know. That's why my favorite series is the one that is actually all videos. Because I'm copying literally everybody with that by doing something unique. Oh, he's on to Stanchia now? Okay. I wasn't sure if he'd moved it yet. I know his plan was to move it to Estancia. And run the risk of you're copying Daggerwin. But when his server broke, he was almost always gonna change maps. Alex, yes and no. I'm in kind of a unique... It's not the header that crashes the game, David, it's the trailer for it. The 40-foot header trailer, if you attach that to the back of the Ideal, it crashes the game. It's actually not the new stuff that has caused the bugs, oddly enough, Alex. Like, yes, some of the new stuff has caused new and interesting bugs, but myself, Sim, and VF are in kind of a unique position in that we can tell you what the proto day 1 patch was like. Because we played with it in Giant's offices with a pre-day 1 patch. And a lot of the bugs that appeared in day 1 patch literally appeared in day 1 patch. They were a result of other bug fixes happening, unfortunately, and that's kind of a risk you run with developing a game, is any one fix can break a million other things. We're supposed to be I'm coming over to you now, TNT. I just wanted to abandon the cultivator over field 19 so that people know to cultivate it, and then I'll be over to you. Hey, Darth. And Rob, hello. You enjoying the new toy I gave you the other day, Darth? Because I've seen your Discord and it is a hot mess of stuff made with that toy. Yeah. let's just leave that there so that people are reminded that field needs cultivating, and we'll head over to TNT and see how he's broken the silage pit. We are going to be finishing up in a minute, by the way, so this is probably going to be the last act of the stream. It sounds like somebody blowing their nose while on helium. So let's see what's going on over here. It should let you unload. An approach into New Zealand now, very nice. Let's see if it'll let me unload. This action cannot be performed here. Why? What? Right. Right. Let's get the big boys out. Let's see if we can fix this. Is it full? Volts drop? No, but I will be finishing the stream in a few minutes, so if you want to play with me, don't hop on expecting to. I'll basically be finishing the stream at the next sync, or if and when I can figure out what's gone wrong with the silage. Alex, that is not actually Farm Sim, that's your console doing that. You need to set your display settings to automatic or like auto detect or something. There's an option where you need to like select auto select or auto detect or something with the in-game settings, and that'll sort that issue. It's a known thing, but there's no actual fix Giants can do. Oh, is it full? No, because the clamp doesn't have any like liter limit on it anymore. I think it might be this section's causing it to wig out, where it's like come through the side of the clamp. So let's see if a wheel loader can dump into the clamp. Like, can I do this? Yes. Okay. TNT, you may be on double duty. Because it's looking like you're gonna need to unload and then get the wheel loader to actually like fill the silage clamp. Because there's a section here that's gone a bit wrong. See if you can get in and unload now once I reverse the wheel loader back out, because I got 300 liters of chaff here. Hey, Savage. Actually, I'll just drive straight through like this. Try and yeah, try and unload down that end. It seems to be this area here that is causing the issues. See you, Twitchy. No. Right, you may need to just use a wheel loader to do it then. Which is incredibly annoying, actually, as a thing. So will it let me unload, like, here? Both yes and no at the same time. Yeah, the silage clamp's bugged out. Which is more than a bit frustrating. She hit the combine stand in the field. I mean, if you're logging out Danish, then yeah. I don't mind people leaving equipment somewhere, like, as a reminder that it needs to do a certain job. But the same thing happened with the BGA ones. I don't know. I know Dagger One was having issues with the clamps on his server. I think he's got actually bigger ones than this, so I think it is just an issue with these placeable silage pits. In which case the wheel loader is actually a necessary bit of machinery. See you, Danish. Better than the JCB. I prefer the JCB, but with this being completely in-game, it makes it easier to just put on a server. Like, I will mod the crap out of the server eventually, and it'll all be mod hub stuff. But in terms of, like, ease... Let me see if it's just this one bit here that's causing the entire clamp to wig. Because I've got a sneaking suspicion it is this one bit here that's popped through the side of the clamp that's causing the entire thing to go wonky. Okay, try it now, TNT. I may have fixed it. Just need to check the other side. Yeah, that should, in theory, have fixed it. Still no? Still no. Right, in that case we're gonna have to use the wheel loader to load the clamp. So TNT, you're on double duty now, apparently. Dump the grass... probably like here-ish, I guess, would be a good spot. And use the wheel loader to pick it out. That's really frustrating that's happened. It's gonna be painful, yeah. But it's the only way we can get the clamp done. But that is gonna do it for today, guys. Landy may or may not be live, I don't know. It's Saturday, so it's 50-50 really. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button your way out. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back tomorrow with some single player of some description. Until then, stay safe. And goodbye.